Once upon a time, a shark rode a bicycle.
The shores of Wicklow have known many travellers over the centuries. Some stayed and some moved on. But they all brought their fair share of legends and heroes, of myth and mystery, of danger and daring. There have been storytellers in Wicklow longer than any man or woman can remember. Some say it all started with a race of people who prided themselves on their culture and creativity. The Celts. They told courageous stories of charging into battle, completely naked.
Jesus, where's your man's clothes?
Depicting their heroic deeds as epic poems around the campfire.
I hit him on the head until he was dead.
Celts didn't collect postcards or stamps. They collected the heads of their defeated enemies and displayed them on their front doors for their jealous neighbours to see.
Cormac, nice day. Grania, how are you? Ah, here.
While they may not have settled in Wicklow, their legends and stories are said to have travelled with the traders and sailors that crisscrossed the seven seas. These traders were arguably the second greatest storytellers after us Irish. The Romans. They told tales of demigods battling monsters.
What did you call me?
And of how bravery was rewarded with crowns, not medals. A gold crown was given to the first soldier to make it over an enemy castle wall. And of their pride in building great public works.
Back her up there, Tommy. Whoa, whoa, that'll do her, that'll do her.
Of all the visitors, perhaps none struck fear into their friends and foes with their stories as much as the Vikings, who told tales of lavish banquets.
And Olaf ate all the meatballs.
Is there a vegetarian option?
No!
Just kidding. Tales of epic high sea adventure.
Merrily, 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 it's the Viking life for me.
And of raging raids on unsuspecting villages. The Vikings left an indelible mark on our small island. Many of them decided to stay and integrate with the locals.
And do you, Astrid, take Rowan,
Bride or groom, sir?
beloved, to heaven to hold,
Groom? Oh, well, okay then if... Oh, only joking. I'm with the bride. Did you know that the word Wicklow is actually taken from two Viking words, Vic and Low, which loosely translates as Meadow of the Vikings? Storytelling is still an integral part of the local culture. It has survived throughout the centuries and will for many more, as long as there's a tale to tell. The shores of Wicklow have known many travellers over the centuries. Some stayed and some moved on. Ireland has been home to many saints, the most famous being St. Patrick. But there was another who could rival his popularity. The patron saint of blackbirds, well-known hermit and founder of one of the great chief pilgrimage destinations in Ireland, St. Kevin of Glendalough.
Hey, do you mind?
Kevin came from a well-off family around the area we now call Tala. He travelled to the Wicklow hills to find God through solitude and prayer, and stumbled upon the beautiful valley of Glendalough. He lived the life of a hermit in a cave for 7 years. Silence was something he really enjoyed.
Shh. I said, shush.
Kevin loved the peace and quiet, and if he had his way, he would have remained there undisturbed for the rest of his life. But that's not what happened.
I've just heard what you did, and it sounds amazing. It's a miracle.
What are you talking about?
With the boy and the deer's milk in the woods. It's amazing.
Help me. My boy, he needs sustenance. He needs milk.
Where am I going to find milk around here? Ah. What the? Aha.
Don't even think about it, Pa.
All I did was feed a hungry child. Trust me, it's not a big deal.
Extra, extra, read all about it. I'm not in it for the dough. Muck makes miracle milk.
But back in a sec.
And I'm done. 1 stone tablet at your service.
Wow, that's great. But we're going to need 50 more.
Word got out that a miracle had been performed, and naturally people were curious.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Is this the line for Kevin?
Now, this is for the leper clinic.
People flocked to Kevin, the curious, the sick, and the opportunists.
Yes, Kevin hoods. 2 for a bushel.
Many legends surround St. Kevin, one of which says that an angel was sent by God to bestow a name upon him.
And you sure that's what God said? Rover.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a dog's name.
Now, dear, who are we to question the will of our Lord? If that's what God wants, then...
I'm just kidding with you. You should have seen your faces. It's Kevin. God said call him Kevin.
It seems that Kevin was never far from some sort of miracle, like the time he almost ruined a rare book.
Oh no, the librarian is going to be so angry.
Fearing it was gone forever, no one was more surprised than Kevin to see the book reappear on an otter's nose.
They are now, Butterfingers.
It's bone dry.
Over time, thanks to St. Kevin, Glendalough grew to become one of the great spiritual centres of Christianity. This did attract some unfavourable attention from the Vikings.
Yoo-hoo, let me in.
Oh dear.
However, the locals did eventually manage to resist these invaders with some clever adjustments.
I'm back. Let me in.
Here, go on out of there.
Glendalough would eventually grow in popularity for pilgrims, tourists, and blackbirds. And Kevin remained in Glendalough and saw out his days seeking the solitude he craved.
I'm finished. Where's everybody gone? Hello? Hello?
The shores of Wicklow have known many travellers over the centuries. Some stayed, and some moved on. Wicklow has been home to many saints and several sinners over the ages, some of whom left a legacy of indelible marks and monuments, such as the man who gave his name to the county, Manton. But to understand how and why Manton first came to Wicklow, we need to find out about someone else. And who better to start our story than the patron saint of Ireland, engineers, and master snake whisperer of note, St. Patrick. You might be surprised to hear that Patrick was not even born in Ireland. In fact, the first time he visited the Emerald Isle, it wasn't a visit at all. He'd been kidnapped from his home by pirates. Oh, grab him, boys! Irish pirates, that is. Begone! Grab a hold of him, boys! Grab him, lads!
All right, Patrick, how about you?
I'm grand, Seamus. During his imprisonment, Patrick not only found his faith, but a fondness for the Irish people. He would eventually escape, but would return to Ireland 12 years later, on a mission. Converting pagan Ireland to Christianity. That would be a difficult challenge. St. Patrick was determined to spread the word of God. Legend says he accomplished this almost single-handedly. Meet Manton, patron saint of Wicklow and disciple of St. Patrick. So much ground to cover. Perhaps I could help you. That's quite all right. I think it's best if a professional handles this. However, Patrick didn't always receive a warm welcome from the locals. When he first landed in the area we now call Wicklow, he was met with a barrage of insults and rocks.
Hold you down here! Keep in your boat! Don't come around here!
How'd your mission go? Not now. I'm trying to think. Oh, actually, wait. You've been working very hard lately. How would you like to go on your very first mission? I found this lovely little place. It's on the coast. There are mountains. It's a beautiful spot.
Here you, who do you think you are coming over here to Wicklow telling us what to do?
And so St. Patrick delegated the work to his poor disciple, who had a tough go of it at first. What happened to you? Those locals aren't that friendly. I lost a tooth. Oh, I'm surprised to hear that. Do you know what we'll call you? Manton, the toothless one. And so it came to be, and the people did eventually warm to the toothless one. They would even go on to name their region after him, Kilwanton, as it's known in the Irish language, which translates as the Church of Manton.